Hello, it's T. Hoffman, and it's time for another 2-Minute Tuesday. I just finished reading another article about lawyers getting laid off. Now, most of you all think that this happens only in big cities and big firms, but it's actually happening across the United States. Many firms are citing excess capacity, which is another way to say we don't have enough work. Some are saying the economic downturn is causing them to downsize, and some are just saying they need to maintain their profitability and their expenses are too high, which is pretty transparent. Now, any way you slice it, no one wants to be the person that's actually laid off. So what can you do proactively to keep from being that individual and being on that list? Well, the first thing I would tell you is to make sure you're showing up at the office and that you're visible to leadership and those in management. Now, I know with the pandemic, many of you all are still working from home a couple of days a week, or maybe even working remotely full time. And it may not be convenient for you to go into work, but if you can at all, please go into work and make sure that you're being in sight of leadership and management, because you don't want to be out of sight and out of mind. You also want to be able to provide value to the firm. Some of you may not have enough work, but you can write articles for your practice group, for example. You can do things for an industry team or an industry group, research. I know that's not billable time, but providing value is an important way to get you some respect and get you noticed and keep you out front. You also need to ask others for work. There may be other practice groups within the firm or even in other offices that are still busy and do have excess work that they can give to other lawyers. It may not be within your wheelhouse and you may have to learn how to do some things, but that's okay. If you can actually be that person that steps up and helps out, that will get you points. Now, the other thing I would tell you to do is make sure that you're learning all the time. And I'd say that because I think no matter what happens to you, you should be a lifelong learner. Is there a skill that you need to acquire? A legal skill or a substantive skill that you need to actually read up on or learn about? A trend? Anything that you can actually do that will actually increase your knowledge base is an important step, and it will also keep your mind active and keep you from being negative. So make sure you're doing that as well. And then finally, do keep that positive attitude. I think in times like this, it's important to be positive and remain positive. No one likes to see somebody who's a Debbie Downer at the office. So I hope that it doesn't happen to you, but if you can do those things, I think you'll stay ahead of that layoff curve. Now go have a great week and check out our online training at lawstrategycoach.com. We've got a couple of new content creators, including Brenda Barnes about law firm budgeting and finance, Jamie Spanahake, who does a great course on time management, Aileen Leviton's courses on process improvement and project management. Check them all out at lawstrategycoach.com and make it a great week.